about an interview that I had with Canute, who's one of my favorite Bitcoiners in the ecosystem,
Love the guy.
and he talked about um, you create the bear market as a Bitcoiner, right? Because I was talking about the bear market, the bull market, and he's like, there is no bear market if you really understand and truly believe in Bitcoin. And it made me think. I was like, Canute, could you expound on that? Like, explain what you mean by that, because I'm sure I get it because I'm orange pilled, but a lot of people might just think he's talking crazy. And when you look at the Fed, they continue to taper the interest rate, due to inflation. And they recently raised the rate. I forgot what the percentage was, but it was like the highest level since 2008. And, what are some of the properties that make Bitcoin so beneficial for combating inflation that the Fed continues to ignore?
Let's level set at a higher level, because what ends up happening is people get caught into a local maximum. And that local maximum might be in a country, in a certain monetary regime in a country. After inflation rate is wiped out Lebanon, and it's always going to be like this, and then it keeps on changing and moving around the world. But let's just level set at the highest level. There's approximately $400 trillion of debt in the world. 400 trillion. If you paid back $1 trillion at $1 a second, it would take you 32,000 years, approximately 32,000 years to pay back $1 trillion. There's 400 trillion. So the debt is unrepayable. It's already insolvent. We just pretend it's repayable by allowing people to manipulate money, interest rates up and down, not just interest rates up and down, but make up more units of money to drive inflation when prices should be coming down. And technology that force is a human-led force driving all wars, all concentration of wealth, all power from manipulation. That's one force. And technology is the opposite force that will not be stopped. And it's supposed to be bringing prices down of everything. Not houses should be falling. All things should be falling, because technology is embedded everywhere. It's embedded in our supply chains. It's embedded in energy. It's moving faster and faster and faster. So prices should be falling everywhere, but they can't, because if they did, that system would spectacularly collapse. And it would look like Russia in 91, where you went to school for your job and everything else. You said, okay, here's my and then it's just chaos in the street, and I have nothing. I can't feed. The entire world system would collapse into anarchy in that system if you let that. So, and actually, we're inside that system. Like, if you asked your friends to say, would they vote for a politician that said they're going to get paid less next year, but their real income would move up because prices would fall faster? Would any of your friends vote for that politician, or would that politician look insane? Right? They'd be laughed out of the room. They'd get one vote, and so it's not the politicians. It is the politicians too, but it's us. It's our human nature believing we can get something for nothing. So we just listen to the person who says they're going to give us the most money. And some people say, I'm going to give, on the Democrats, I'm going to give this, I'm going to be socialist, I'm going to give you more money. And some people say, I'm going to give you more money. It all comes from manipulation. And that's true all around the world. It's exactly the same thing, because the debt is unrepayable. So, and we wouldn't vote to change that system. So if we wouldn't vote to change that system, a new parallel system has to be developed, or it is being developed, that people are voting for, with making it stronger, building it, build more time. And what Canute's really saying, and he says essentially everything divided by 21 is his tagline, and it's true. I tend to look at it the other way. I tend to look at it as all prices of everything forever will fall against Bitcoin. But it's the same thing. It's that understanding that if technology is deflationary and prices should fall, then the only way you would be able to see them falling is if you had a monetary system with a fixed amount of units that would describe the falling prices that couldn't be manipulated. And that's what's happening.